Go and do it. Nobody is watching you. A fundamental truth, often obscured by our own anxieties, is this: true freedom lies in indifference to external judgment. We spend an inordinate amount of mental energy fretting over what others might think, say, or even perceive about our actions. This insidious habit is a self-imposed prison, far more confining than any physical barrier. The Stoic, however, understands that the only audience that truly matters for our virtue and character is ourselves, and perhaps the impartial gaze of reason itself. The illusion of constant scrutiny. Think for a moment about the vast, indifferent universe. In the grand scheme of things, your individual actions, while profoundly important to your own character, rarely occupy the sustained attention of others. Most people are deeply engrossed in their own lives, their own worries, their own aspirations. The spotlight effect, the psychological phenomenon where we overestimate how much others notice our appearance or behavior, is a powerful illusion. We imagine a critical audience, poised to judge every misstep, every awkward attempt, every deviation from the norm. This imagined scrutiny paralyzes us, preventing us from pursuing what we know is right or necessary, simply because of a fear of disapproval that largely exists only in our minds. The only true spectator, your inner self. The Stoic masters, like Epictetus, constantly reminded their students to focus on what is within their control, their judgments, their desires, their impulses, and their actions. The opinions of others, their fleeting glances, their casual remarks, these are emphatically not within our control. To base our actions on them is to surrender our autonomy, to become a puppet swayed by external whims. The only spectator whose judgment genuinely matters is your inner self, your guiding reason, your paralysis. Are you living up to your own standards of virtue? Are you acting with courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance? This internal accountability is the only genuine measure of worth. The fear of failure, amplified by imagined eyes. Often, the fear of being watched is intertwined with the fear of failure. We hesitate to try a new skill, to speak our minds, to embark on an ambitious project, not just because it might be difficult, but because we dread the perceived humiliation of failing in front of an audience. Yet, failure is an indispensable teacher. It is through trial and error, through stumbling and getting back up, that we truly learn and grow. If you avoid the attempt out of fear of judgment, you effectively deny yourself the very lessons that lead to mastery. The failure exists only as an unattempted possibility, and the judgment as an imagined whisper. Action as liberation. Consider the liberating power of simply acting. When you step beyond the paralysis of imagined scrutiny and simply do the thing that reason dictates, whether it's starting a difficult conversation, pursuing a neglected passion, or taking a calculated risk, you reclaim your agency. The act itself, performed with integrity and intent, becomes its own reward. The perceived eyes of others fade, because your focus shifts from external validation to internal alignment. You are no longer performing for an audience. You are living for yourself, in accordance with your highest principles. The call to audacious virtue. So, next time hesitation creeps in, fueled by the phantom whispers of what they might think, pause and remind yourself, go and do it. Nobody is watching you. Not in the way you fear, not with the persistent, critical gaze you imagine. The only eyes that truly scrutinize are your own, judging whether you have been true to your rational nature. Embrace the freedom that comes from knowing this. Pursue your virtuous path with courage, knowing that the only opinion that truly matters is the one you hold of yourself, earned through actions aligned with reason and integrity. Your life is your canvas. Paint boldly, without concern for the fleeting judgments of passers-by.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment and share. Thank you.